Hey everybody, Elemental Made here. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to make a video about this one, which is long overdue. I just wanted to be able to do the video properly. This is the knife I designed with my bro Donnie B all day, D-Bad. Go check out his channel. I'm sure you already know who he is. He's a wicked knife designer and a knife enthusiast and just awesome guy. Basically what I did was I took a drawing to him and I said, hey, are you able to make this just a little more refined? I sketched it down on grid paper to the best of my abilities, and then he just took it and he just, you know, made some little corrections, did what needed to be done to make it a proper design. And then from there we had KHHI make it, the Kukri House in Nepal. They are master bladesmiths, master craftsmen. This is hand forged from 5160 steel. Those guys are wicked. If you order one of these, you're going to get, and this is not a sales pitch either, I'm just like hyped, genuinely hyped about this. If you put in an order for any of their blades, when you get it in the mail, there will be a little sheet on there with information about the actual individual who put this together and made it, which is just incredible. So go check them out. That's the Kukri House, or also known as khhi.com. Magnificent blades. So I make knives. You might be wondering, like, why didn't you make this? Well, the thing about that is, sorry this is a long-winded intro. I want to give you guys the lore because I'm the one who actually came up with it. That's why. But why didn't I just make it? Well, my wheelhouse is making fixed blade knives with slab scales as handles. I'm not the best with like fitment of guards, but not only that, even if I was, I wanted this thing to be built like a tank. And the way they do it is I don't know their process fully in and out, but they weld or solder to the nth degree to the point where this is the same piece as the blade now essentially, and it's all one piece. It's not coming apart. If I did it, it would have to be a slot and then fitted with the scale and then glued together and pinned and stuff like that. These guys said no, we're not doing that. They don't play around like that. They do it. So this is indestructible. I got impatient. I wanted this knife so bad to just have on me. So that's what I did, is I drew it up and I had Donnie refine it, and then KHHI, they made it, and you can go get this on their site. It's called the Redemption Bowie. Now, why is it called the Redemption Bowie? Because it was an inspiration off of Arthur Morgan's knife in the game Red Dead Redemption 2. I love that game. Anyways, I wanted something that was similar to the way his was. I was like, you know what? I love the huge Bowies. I love them. But I wanted something that I could actually have on my hip a lot of the time without weighing me down, or without just, you know, scaring away literally everybody. If I wasn't like alone, but if I was, you know, in a more, like, still in a wooded area, but where there might be more foot traffic, this is something a little easier. Don't get me wrong, this is still a big boy, but you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted something, just a classic Western style Bowie knife that's not too big, not too small, just perfect. But enough of my yapping. I just really wanted to give you guys the full backstory. So I'm gonna show you this knife now. First of all, just take a look at this. Look at how beautiful that is. Just absolutely wicked. This thing, like, it just fits in the hand so good. Like, I love this knife. Starting with the blade, I will go over the sheath, but I know you guys are gonna be like, show us the knife. So yeah, 5160 steel. I wanted it to be polished. With a nice high polish. Mine's already getting a bit scratched up from use, and that will happen, but it just adds character, honestly, and it just looks badass. It's still, the shine is still there. A tip would be to go get some Mother's Mag aluminum polish or Flitz. You probably heard of Flitz metal polish. Throw some of that on a rag and just every once in a while, and it'll bring it right back up. In fact, that's what I did right before this video, full transparency, just because it was starting to get a little scuffed up, but do that and you wouldn't even know. So again, this is solid full tank construction, and then the guard is welded on. The pins are stainless steel pins with a brass collar around them, and then it has a full chunk of solid steel which is also welded on. essentially a hammer at the end for pounding in tent pegs, or you know what else. For bad people. It has a wicked beautiful fuller in there. This thing is sharp. Now I'm gonna say something right now. I know that seemed threatening. I'm gonna right now, but basically, these knives, they're made to work. So they have what you would call a working edge. Like, yeah, it works, but it's not. They don't go down to 20 degrees, 25 degrees, maybe 25, but they don't go down to the point where you can't like just be shaving all day and slicing paper. This isn't for that. They have a slightly thicker, more robust edge, so you can just smash down on hardwoods or whatever you need to get done, and the edge is not going to chip or roll. That's what they're made for. So don't get me wrong, they are sharp. They can obviously cut, but just don't, if you get one of these, don't expect it to just sit on your desk and just sit there and shave paper all day, because these are made for real world use and just getting after it. So it's a 8.5 inch blade. It's definitely over a 1/4 inch thick. I think it might be 7 or 8 mils. I can't remember for sure. Yeah, it has a nice 0 ground swedge on the top. It is not sharpened, but literally all you would have to do is take a sharpening stone and hit it a few times, and you could put an edge on this. If you back cut or anything like that, or use it for a back cut, it's gonna ruin somebody's day. But it's more just, it has such a strong piercing capability, and the tip is thick. Rosewood scales, I wanted it to have a slight polish, so it's still got a mean grip on it. You can still grip this very well. It's not gonna leave your hand. It's just not gonna happen. But they are slightly polished. I wanted it to kind of be a nice fusion with the high polished blade, right? So I just, I wanted it to be consistent, but they're not so high polished to the point where it's basically like glass in your hand and it's just gonna slide out the second you get sweaty hands. The sheath is, I believe it's water buffalo hide. These sheaths are wicked. They're look at how thick that is. They're very well constructed. The stitching is nice. They go with this like orange like rescue stitching. I'm not sure what the symbolism is with that. Maybe there's a reason. Maybe that's all they had on hand. Either way, it's a little different, which is cool. This D-ring, which is riveted in the back, is so cool because it works so you can do a leg tie if you want, because this does hang down a bit. It's got this D-ring here as well. It's for a dangler. I just fold it back because I don't use it. I don't need to use that, so I just put it in the sheath and hang it off the side of my belt, and does the job. All right, so I'm gonna test this out. It sits on the belt nicely, really nicely. And again, you could use the leg tie if you want, but this one is short enough you probably don't need to do it, but you could. Also, I forgot, I'm here. I guess I'll show you what I'm carrying today. This is a Spyderco Para 3 in crew wear. Donnie seems to think that these look like a bug. What the heck, Donnie? If they do, they're the prettiest bug I've ever seen. Yeah, and these ones, well, these are zirconium. These are zirconium scales, and then a titanium anodized black milled, both frag pattern, clip and scales. Yeah, this thing's wicked. All right, to start off, we'll just do some easy stuff, right? Because to show you that it can cut. Paracord. Three layers of paracord. There you go. I mean, again, it does the job. Now let's get into the fun stuff. This is a pressure treated 2x4. Let's just see how it cuts, or how it chops. Just hit a big knot right there. Blade's not phased at all. Holy shit. You gotta remember, this is hard wood. This is pressure treated and seasoned. go. Yeah, this thing is wicked, and the edge is still perfectly sharp. No damage. Could you baton with it? Yeah, but do you need to? I guess it depends. You want to know if it does finer work like feather sticking. Got that nice finger trail right there, you can choke up on it. Look at those curls. Look at that. Look at those curls. May as well see if we can do a tent peg. This is more like a vampire killing stick, but we'll call it a tent peg. That's how I like to do it when I'm doing tent pegs. I like to take little cuts, little chops with the belly of the blade here, and then I refine it by carving it. Look at that. Look at how easy. Like, it's just shaving chunks off. This thing is just awesome. Just badass. Should be able to see me from there. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. So there you have it, guys. That is the Kukri House KHHI Elemental Made and D-Pad Redemption Bowie. Big title, awesome knife. Yeah, thanks again for watching. My bad it took me so long to make an official video on this. My only regret about this whole process is I wish I'm gonna get some more, because I'm gonna be going and getting some firewood soon enough here, and I'll cut down some limbs that are not pressure treated wood, because I feel like I didn't show its full potential of chopping. I've taken this out in the bush. Like, this thing is a maniac for chopping like small trees down and everything. I don't have anything right now that's not like, you know, a pressure treated like triple hard wood, so it takes a while to get through, but yeah, I'll definitely be showing some more videos on how well this can actually chop. And I'm not just saying that shit. Go look at anything else that this company makes. You'll go look at my review of the Kukri. The Kukri I just did, the one that they sent me actually, which is sweet and awesome of them. That thing just mows through stuff. I mean, granted, it's 11-inch blade Kukri. This is 8.5 inches. But yeah, these things they just work, and I think that's the greatest thing about the company. Just a handmade piece of art that actually does the job. This isn't some wall hanger. You could hang it on your wall, but that's not what it's for. This is for getting after it. So. Alright, awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I really appreciate it. This is the second video I've done now where I've actually like showed my face. I'm trying to get back into this stuff a lot more. Life's busy. I got a lot on the go right now, but it really does mean the most for anyone who's checking me out and checking my channel out. Don't check me out. And yeah, pretty excited to see where this all goes. Thanks again.